Imagine the West Coast being hit by two megaquakes back to back. First, the Pacific Northwest, and then, boom, California's San Andreas Fault awakens.
A scientific 1-2 punch.
Yeah, exactly. New research shows it's happened before and could happen again. Today, why the big one just became the big two. Scientists drilling off the Pacific coast found something shocking. Evidence that America's two most dangerous earthquake faults may trigger each other.
Wait, which faults are we talking about?
The Cascadia Subduction Zone, capable of a magnitude 9 earthquake in the Pacific Northwest, and California's San Andreas Fault that runs through San Francisco and LA.
So one monster quake could set off another, like tectonic dominoes.
Researchers from Oregon State who've been exploring the ocean bottom found surprising evidence of synchronized earthquakes at both faults. Matching underwater landslide deposits, kind of like an earthquake's fingerprints, showed paired quakes happening at nearly the same time.
It's like crime scene evidence showing two disasters hit the same night.
Yeah, and the evidence suggests it's happened multiple times across 3,000 years of history.
So how does one quake actually trigger another that's hundreds of miles away?
Let's zoom in on the chain reaction that could impact 50 million people. Now, the Cascadia Zone runs about 1,000 kilometers from around Vancouver Island to Cape Mendocino, California. And when it ruptures, it sends tsunamis and landslides and massive stress waves through the crust.
So we're already bracing for major destruction when that fault slips. But how does an earthquake here trigger the San Andreas, which is hundreds of miles away?
Well, the answer lies at Cape Mendocino, where 3 tectonic plates collide at a triple junction.
3? That sounds like a geological train wreck.
It could be, and that's exactly where the San Andreas Fault begins. Here's the chain reaction theory. A Cascadia quake shifts huge volumes of crust, releasing massive stress, not just locally, but transmitted south through the plate boundary. And when Cascadia ruptures in the north, that stress can jolt the San Andreas into motion.
Like a neighbor hearing your house crack, and then their fences going crack too?
Yeah, kind of a perfect analogy. The seafloor evidence shows that after each Cascadia event, a San Andreas quake appears almost immediately. One earthquake right after the next.
How often does this happen?
Well, in the last 2,500 years, all 8 of the largest Cascadia quakes have had a matching San Andreas event. That's 8 out of 8.
That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern.
Now imagine both faults rupturing within hours of each other. Seattle to San Diego, a belt of destruction across multiple states.
Infrastructure shredded, tsunamis, basically a national emergency.
And that's why preparedness plans for either zone alone may not be enough. Let's lay it all out, okay? The Cascadia Subduction Zone ruptures, magnitude 9 event. Shock waves ripple through coastal towns. Tsunami warnings blare. Chaos.
And then, before you can recover, San Andreas ruptures, another magnitude 6 or 7.
Within hours, maybe even minutes, the Pacific Northwest reels. California cities, these major cities like San Francisco, LA, they're hit at full force. Emergency services along the entire West Coast are overwhelmed.
2 megaquakes, back to back, destroying the coast. That's almost unthinkable.
But the geological record shows it's happened before, perhaps with little time between events.
So what's the fallout?
Cascading failures, one after the next. Highways are shattered, communications are down, water systems offline. One disaster feeding into the next, like the worst disaster film ever.
This isn't Hollywood, this is real science, and it changes how we need to prepare.
Risk isn't just local, it's regional. These scientists who are leading these studies are helping us understand Earth's systems and how to survive them.
So, readiness needs to cover the whole West Coast, not just Oregon or California, but both, because we need to be prepared for the double hit.
Yeah, exactly. Emergency plans, infrastructure, early warning systems, they all need to assume that one quake could trigger another.
Is there any way to see this coming, or is it all just a surprise?
Well, we can't predict when it will happen, but we do know how it's happened in the past. And that means our best defense is being ready now.
So, what can you do? Update your emergency kit. Know your evacuation route. Check your local hazard plans. Share this story, and most of all, most important out of all of them, support the scientists doing this work. Awareness is the first line of defense, and science needs you.
Have we stared at them intently long enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Earth's tectonic systems are way more complicated than we ever realized, but we only understand that because of our scientists. And our best hope in surviving all of this is in understanding, preparing, and responding wisely.
What's the first thing you'll check or fix on your disaster plan? Tell us in the comments, because when these giants move, our readiness matters.
I think I'll plan for my dog in my disaster plan. Oh, and my family. I'll definitely prepare for my family, too. But the threat in the Pacific Northwest isn't just earthquakes. The volcanoes in this region are just as dangerous.